In under reports, item C, Italian trip, or Italy trip.
I just talked to the teacher today, and they gave their presentation at Kiwanis today, and I don't know where they are. So if they're not here, then
Skip over it.
let's move on to next month.
Move to unfinished business. Report on instructional support program.
Yeah, and that's just an update. We got the resolution that was passed on August 1st that was delivered the next day, actually, the Commissioner of Elections. It will appear on the ballot on Tuesday, September 13th in the form that you approved it, which was a combination of income surtax and property tax. Just an update on that. And then also I wanted to show you on our website how we've tried to disseminate information, and this is a follow-up to the hearing. Okay. On our website, and just publicly too, is that as board members and administrators and employees of the district, what I'm sharing with you isn't advocating for the instructional support levy. It's the purpose of sharing information, which is what we can do. And so I just wanted you all to see what has been put together to try to help people understand. If you go to the news section, click on it, click for instructional support levy resources. The top part I just wrote real quickly that it's what's going on and different information, and there are questions, and then when the vote is scheduled, it's in conjunction with the regular school board election. And then you come down here, there's, 15 different things that people that want to learn more about the instructional support program can go to. And I would draw your attention to a couple of things. I'll just run through it real quickly. Iowa Code just gives the three sections of the Iowa Code that this is drawn from. If anybody wants to look up what districts have the instructional support program and at what levy, that's a spreadsheet from last year at least. I haven't seen a new one for everyone involved in the state. This is school finance of a presentation that was given at the Sac City Lions Club. This is a copy of the flyer that we made available at registration. That was a one page, 2 sides, basic information about the instructional support program. School Finance 101, Part 1, 2, and 3. Those are copies of 3 articles that John and I authored. When did we do that, John? It would have been late last fall, early winter for the local papers, trying to get people to understand some of the nuances of school finance. And probably the biggest one is that you can look at a Pebble Fund and there might be $500,000 in there. But a Pebble Fund can only be used for certain specific purposes dealing with school infrastructure. It can't be slid over to buy textbooks or any of that stuff. And that's what we were trying to get people to at least have a basic. This one is kind of interesting. Put the rest of them. Oh, I can't because my Adobe's gone crazy. Trust me, you'll have to pull it up. Figuring property tax just goes through the what's involved in the residential rollback. It explains that. It also puts in there what our tax rate levy is. And it also has a point to where people can plug in their own taxable valuation to see exactly what this would cost at this level, and this level. What we can't do is provide the public with a specific number, because the way this works, as you're well aware, is that if this is approved on Tuesday, September 13th, then you as a board, before we certify next year's budget, sometime next spring, will have to set 3 things, really, or 2 things. One is, do you want to levy for the instructional support program, yes or no? If yes, then what percentage is income surtax, what percentage would be property tax? So we can't be specific with the public to tell them exactly. What we can do is give them the range, and that's what we've done. Here's the most it would cost, here's the least it would cost, and let people figure that out. That's what the figuring property tax PDF does. Figuring income surtax is exactly the same, except dealing with income surtax. It actually directs people to go to a particular line on their Iowa 1040 form, take that figure times whatever percentage it is, and it'll tell you exactly based on last year's taxes what the cost would be. And I don't know how else, if somebody has suggestions, I'll certainly listen. But that's about as specific as we can be in giving people accurate information. Board rationale is the points that you raised when you approved the resolution dealing with the potential of declining enrollment and the loss of funds from the state for consolidation, et cetera, et cetera. Ballot resolution is just exactly what was approved so people can see it ahead of time. And then this property tax, property and income tax scenarios was put together by Margaret Buckton from ISFIS. And it's a spreadsheet that is really, really useful because it tells you the percentage. It's the one that I shared with you at the budget hearing, but it's been modified to highlight an example of how the three tables all fit together. And if people take time to read it, it's very, very useful. And then some frequently asked questions, which you've seen before. So that's what we have available to the public through our website. And I just wanted all of you to be aware of that, and as well as the public. That's all.
Dr. Speedy, can you go back to when you pop up the very first page? Please.
Oh, yeah.
I can't see because I have the glasses on. So. On this part right here, where it says August 17th, is there any way we could have had like the school board meeting on there today at a glance without having to search for it? I mean, I had to go over to the districts and the school board thing. Is there a reason that we can't have August 15th, school board meeting at 6 o'clock, right here as a highlight, so you wouldn't have to look just at a first glance to find it?
Sure. Once we get back full time, it'll be much easier to do. But it is, like you said, Gene, it is listed in the district.
Yeah, I looked it up in districts, but I'm just saying that if a guy pops up on a glance, you just say, okay, or there's a ball game tonight at 6 o'clock, but, I mean, is there...
Yep, we can do that.
Just an idea.
Yep, we can do that. Other questions?
Question for John. Could you create an Excel sheet? Tell me if this is too simplistic, actually. Could there be a column that says where you input the value of your property?
Okay.
A column where you put the figure for line 17 through 1040. A column that says what percentage of income surtax there's going to be, and a column that says what percentage of property levy there's going to be, and give everyone a really simple tool. Is that too simplistic, or is that?
No, it's really not.
And then create a formula.
Tell
where,
me what's line 17 on 1040?
Why you just picked that? I mean,
Oh.
yeah, I'm just saying whatever. Right.
That's what he's saying.
Right. Yeah. That's not too simple, and we could do that.
That could just be.
The only problem.
I mean, then
the
when
only
you.
thing that concerns me when I do that, or if we would provide that, would be somebody would say, well, wait a minute, you put this out, and it said I was going to owe $100 in property tax and $30 in surtax, so I voted yes, and now I owe twice that. I mean, that would be where we would maybe
I really like
have a
that.
concern.
I could jump into. I really like, and I've really thought, how can we do that? The issue is, and what we've tried to do, Curtis and everyone else, is give what the range is, and you go to the tax scenarios, because we don't know what the income surtax rate is. We know what the maximum could be, we know what the minimum could be, and we know the same about the tax, property tax levy on what the minimum would be and what the maximum would be, but we don't know what that breakout's going to be.
Well, this could be a tool for anyone to use. That would be simple, because you're the one thinking of the formula, not someone having to create it for themselves. And I don't know if it would just take a stiff disclaimer or whatever from your lawyer. It would give people an idea of what, obviously not for the vote, but if it's passed as it's coming up, it would tell them what you're talking about. And it
The part
would
of-
not be abstract then.
The part
They would
I
just
like
know.
about that idea is I don't think it's as expensive as maybe some people think it is. So,
Yeah, and I like the idea on the basis if we can find a way to make it simple and in one place. All of what you're asking for is already here.
Right.
It's just you're saying, let's pull it together.
I'm saying someone comes up to your website and inputs 5 numbers, gets a
Gets an
number.
answer.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I like the idea.
Takes the debate out of it, takes any of the,
give it some thought. See if we